And welcome back to the channel, everybody. Welcome back to a different video than me complaining about markups and all kinds of other crap that's been going on. Today we're going to actually install a dash cam, the newest Viofo A139Pro dash cam with the new Starvis 2 processor into my Dodge Charger because, as you know if you've been watching the channel, I crashed my Charger into the side of a Toyota Camry, and while I believe it was my fault, it would have been nice to have seen what the hell she was doing before I hit her and how she wasn't able to avoid the accident as well. But nonetheless, a dash cam would have given that perspective and clarity. And when my insurance company asked me if I had one, I said, nah, I don't. So I just took the L and took the loss and swallowed it because I don't know what the hell she was doing. But the way the accident happened, there's a possibility that her head was equally as far in her rear end as mine was, and it could have been equal fault. 50-50, and that probably wouldn't have hurt me as bad, but I didn't have a dash cam, so I'm going to put one in here. And yes, I did a video like this about a year ago, so before you comment, it's been a year, and it was a different dash cam. It was an A129, I believe, which was an outstanding dash cam, but this is the newest model with the new processor, outstanding night vision. I'm hardwiring it to the Dodge Charger, so if you have one of these, I'm going to show you how to do it, at least the way I do it. There's multiple different ways, and I'll show you how great this thing works. It's a pretty easy install, but a little involved. I'll show you exactly how I do it, and let me show you what comes with this dash cam. All right, so before you ask, yes, Viofo did send me this dash cam along with the hardwire kit and the Bluetooth remote control, which just allows you to tap the button and save a video clip when you're out there on the road. If you see something that happens, you want to make sure you keep it and save it. That just makes it really simple. You can also just tap the triangle on the camera. But they sent this thing to me because I've bought several of these things for my prior videos, and I've had great luck with them. They've worked perfectly, they've done the job, and what I found out in doing tons and tons of research is that almost every single dash cam out there, for the most part, run the same exact sensor. A lot of the same exact hardware is in every single dash cam. They share the products. So it just depends on how user-friendly the app is, and how modern, how new the sensor is. And with Viofo, they've got the newest, most incredible Starvis 2 4K 1 1/8 inch image sensor. This is going to make night vision great. It's going to make normal vision great. And that is what you want if you want to get somebody's license plate, whether it's nighttime or daytime. So I jumped on this thing when they sent the email and asked if I'd do another video on it, and yes, I am. And their link is in the description below if you want to get more information on this, but I'm going to show you how to install this thing into the car and how amazing it is. But now let's look at what is in the box. All right, first thing is the actual front-facing camera and the brain. This is where all the magic happens. And what's nice is this will twist, I think, 300 degrees. So once you mount it to your windshield, you can point it directly. And then these are called static stickers. So they say to stick these on the window, and then you stick the camera to this, and that this is easier to remove than the actual 3M tape. Next, you've got the rear camera and the interior camera, which these are almost identical, if not identical. And the USB cable if you want to plug this thing into your computer to pull down the video, but I'm telling you the app is so much easier to use, so I never use that. And then all the cables you need. So to run, if you want to use the cigarette lighter, which is an easy way to do it, but then you won't have the parking features, which I love the parking features. So in case somebody backs in your car when you're not in it, you got 24-hour, 24/7 surveillance of your car that automatically turns it on when there's movement behind it, or some jarring of the car. So I would say don't do this. There's more cables. And then they even give you the interior tool. This is the polarizer. You want to put this on the front of the dash cam, which will reduce glare from the windshield. And then you've got the hardwire kit. And this hardwire kit, I'll put another link in the description for this thing. It might be like 20 bucks. But this is a necessity to make sure that you have the parking recording, which is 24/7. Somebody bumps the car, there's movement around your car, it'll catch what's going on. All right, so now let's start the installation. Let's clean this up a little bit. That way we got a good stick here, and this will make it easier to run that wire. Boom, down there, and then right back in there and over to the fuse block under the hood. Where on the other installation, I went here, all the way across here, all the way across there, back down underneath the seats, and down into the trunk. All right, now they say to peel these off, stick them where you plan to put the camera. All right, so you cannot even see that. And I believe this is the solution to the tint on the back window, because it'll spread out the entire mount. That way it's not peeling up your tint and you can't even see it. And that's where this is gonna go anyways, so I won't see any of that. Very nice. All right, so we got that mounted up there. It should be perfect. Now I'm gonna get these wires tucked up in here, and then down there, and then up there for the rear camera, and we'll wrap this thing up. All right, so last time I had to get up underneath here, I had to remove this, or at least pull this back loose. Be careful when you yank this thing off, because your airbag's in there. You want to just pop it off. Hard to do with a camera in my hand. Let's see if I can do it with this in my lap. There you go. And I did not tear that wire. But if you pull too hard, like I almost did, you can cause yourself a big problem, which is a malfunction, or the airbag explodes in your face. Shut it! Zip it! Alright, so my Challenger, this was not as glued, but the Charger it is. So you just give it a little yank all the way across, and there you go. Loosens up, then you get to tuck all your wires up underneath there. You just have to give it a good yank. Alright, so there is a little bit of a challenge with wiring it through the firewall, is this little voltage thing here is not going to fit through that little hole. So I'm going to have to still do extension wires for under the hood when I pull this thing through. So first thing, I'm going to make sure I can get the wires through. If I get the wires through, no problem, then I have no problem going to that fuse box. Hey, what are you doing with the knife? Why do you have a knife? Why did you have that knife? Tell the people why.
You snapped the end of it off.
Tell everybody why you had that knife.
Because you think that you're supposed to use it on car mechanics.
Alright, so if you watched my last video where we installed the dash cam and we wired it to the rear fuse box, because it kind of is easier unless you can fight your way through your firewall, which I did with the help of my wife's kitchen knife.
Why wouldn't you just get a box
I found all
cutter?
kinds of drawers in there with tons of tools that are dual purpose. Cars, house, cooking,
That's disgusting
cars.
to use and you snap the end of it off.
Had you not come out here, you would have never known. You would have never known. You would have never known.
These I've been looking for forever too. They're mine.
No, those are mine. I bought those.
No, they're not.
You don't have wire strippers?
Yes, I do.
Those,
I bought these
no,
at
those are from the
Arch.
stereo installation videos.
I bought these at Orchard
Oshkosh Bagosh.
Hardware.
Oshkosh Bagosh.
Orchard, when it
Orchard.
was over there in your
Hey, I'm using them though, right now.
They're not yours.
But I still, can I borrow your,
They go in there.
can I borrow your wire
I've been
strippers?
looking from forever.
Can I, look at me. I love you. Can I borrow the wire strippers? Can I borrow your wire strippers?
They are mine, and I went and bought them and paid for them.
That's you, wonderful.
They're vice grips.
No, those are not. Okay, yeah, you're right. It says that, but
That's what I bought them for.
All right. All right, don't start going through my toolbox.
What else
I'm
is
using
in here
all of this
that's
stuff.
Mine.
Nothing.
That's why I got that with a key in it.
Yes, you did. So.
Lock you out.
No, get out of my stuff.
I'm gonna see what else you stole mine in here. Take my stuff.
Careful. There's high voltage in there. You might get shocked.
No, there's nothing
there
high
is.
voltage. I came out sincerely to give you a hand, but you're just a disaster. How are you such a mess?
I'm not a mess. All right, I'm going to do some work now.
Go do work.
All right. Yeah? Yes? Steal all your stuff. All right. So like I said, if you don't mind fighting with the firewall, which is a little bit of a bear, get one of these wire fishing tools, or like my wife told me earlier, a coat hanger, and a sharp instrument to cut a little hole into that little rubber grommet right there. First you have to remove this from here to get in there, and if you have little arms, like I kind of do, I was able to get down in there at a little bit of scraping up, but I'm good. And cut a hole with a sharp instrument, like your wife's kitchen knives, and then feed this very sophisticated tool through the hole into the cab of the car, and now I don't have to go all the way to the trunk, which is going to save me a little bit of time, even though this took a whole bunch extra time and a little bit of heat from my wife. All right, so this should be interesting. Get this guy through here, and let's hope I encounter resistance. Those wires come through that hole. It's still kind of bulky, and it's a wire that detaches then from this fishing thing. Then we're going to have some loud screaming taking place. All right, that's one notch. Let's pull the rest through. Come on. Yes. Well, maybe not. Well, yeah. Okay, they came through. Yes, yes, yes. I have to put that rubber grommet back in, but that's okay. Okay, there we go. We're good. Yay. Stick that sucker back in there. And then just need to get that much extension wire and make it look nice. So look through that hole. See the rubber grommet thing that popped out? I need to push it back in. I can get to it, but I can't.
That little thing back there?
I need the rubber thing put back in that hole. Pushed back into that hole.
Okay.
Several days later.
Like that?
You got it?
Well, is that what I was supposed to do?
Yeah. Yeah. Good job. That's how you do it, gentlemen. That's how you do it. You bring me a knife? Just kidding. Alright, so we got our extra wire to match those wires. Yellow, red, and black. I'm going to go ahead and connect enough to make it over this fuse box and wrap it up in Tessa tape so it doesn't stand out. It looks nice. And then we'll be done with the power. Alright, so we got the wires ran. Got the Tessa tape, zip tied it across that cross member there. Down. It's going to look beautiful when it's all done. And I found the fuses, and let me make it easy for you. This fuse. I don't have the number, but if you're looking at your fuse box, this fuse, and it's a 20 amp, and then I found a 10 amp here, and everything's working just fine. So I think that's more than enough for what I need. But the best way to do this is get one of these for like $1 at your AutoZone, and you can see my accessory is on right now. So that one is accessory, and then when I turn off my accessory, I go look for the one that lights up when it's off, and then accessory will go into that, and then constant on will go in there. Got these little fuse taps at AutoZone for a couple bucks, and they make it really nice and easy to fuse everything up perfectly. One last look, nice and clean, everything's tucked away, nothing's gonna get wet. Found a ground wire right there. Place to mount it, we're in business. All right, so now just gonna run this rear camera wire, and I suggest you do it. You can go without it and not have the rear camera, but having the rear camera and the interior camera is great. Get that right there. Because most likely the accident you're gonna be in is either gonna be you hitting somebody from behind or someone hitting you from behind. And if somebody hits you from behind, you will want that proof. That proof will cinch their fate, and you will have a no-fault accident on your record instead of an at-fault accident like I have. All right, I'm gonna run that thing and then fire this thing up. This just tucks all the way up in here and then over here, across there, up that little crack, and boom, into the top. And we are done. So there's the inside camera, there is the outside camera to the front, and ran the wire just through here, and then underneath here, through there, and then probably a little dark, but tons of room here for all the extra wire, and then just slid it down that little lip right there, and boom. Now, little tip, mount that camera to this plastic piece if you have a charger, or the window tint could peel, or use that plastic static sticker on the tint to try and keep it from separating because of this light weight. Over time and heat, pull it down. But if you mount on the plastic, it's perfect. All right, so just download the Viofo app. Right now I'm not recording so that I can show you some of the settings. And it has 3 different views. There's the front, there's the interior, and there's the rear. Or you can have all 3 going. And here's all the settings. And there's tons and tons of settings. For your parking mode, you can set that. That's probably one of the most important things, because if you didn't go through all the trouble like I did to hardwire this thing, then you don't need that. I went through all that trouble so that I have parking motion detection. So if somebody walks in front of the car or behind the car, it's going to go on. So I'm going to set it at high, and I might change it later on. Parking G sensor, have it on high. Somebody taps the car, vibrates it just a little bit, it's going to go on and start recording, and I think it'll go back a few seconds as well, so it catches what happened before they tapped it. And there's a ton of other settings, and if your cameras are upside down, you can rotate them so that you get the right aspect and view, and that's it. You can set it up with GPS, date, you can put your license plate in this thing. It is awesome. The app is very simple to use. So now let me show you some actual footage driving around, and then we'll wrap this video up. Alright, so it's in the evening, it's about 6 o'clock, and it's really overcast, so you can kind of see what it looks like without great lighting, and I think it looks pretty great. It's very crisp and clear for a dash cam, and it's got the new sensor, which is making that happen.
Wi-Fi connected.
And you got the 3 views, front, rear, and inside. Whoops, forgot the Bluetooth remote. Don't forget to hook this thing up. It's automatically connected right away. Tap it.
Video protected.
Boom, it's gonna save that last recording and not overwrite it. Pretty cool. Stick it anywhere in your car, you're in business. Look who's home. Look who's on restriction. I know it's my fault. I know, I totally get it. It's my fault. Oh, God. Oh, we're nuisances to the neighborhood. Oh, jeez. And what are you doing? Trying to get us thrown out of the neighborhood?
What?
Trying to get us thrown out of the neighborhood?
Hey, I taught myself how to use paddles today.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're
Tell
fun.
everybody hi.
Hey guys.
Do you want a dash cam in your car?
Yeah, I need one because I'm literally having nightmares about getting rear-ended by red Priuses and then them running.
Yeah?
It's like a normal thing.
That's the weirdest dream ever.
I know.
Oh my gosh, you take
And
that
it's like
from me.
that exact thing every time.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Yes, I would like one. Why did you just figure yours out?
Yep, I got it installed in the Dodge, so we'll do yours next. All right,
So,
I'm gonna finish up my video now.
bye guys.
All right, well, go follow her channel so she can be huge one day. She's at like 1,200 subscribers. Thank you all who've been supporting her channel. It's growing slowly but surely, and she's getting consistent with her uploads, getting some decent content out there, including when she crashed on my Lamborghini. So it's a family affair here at this house with YouTube. So thank you all for following. Please like, subscribe, check out the links below on this dash cam if you're interested. Thank you, Viofo, for sending this to me. It's like my 3rd or 4th, maybe my 5th one. And this is the best one yet with that new sensor. I am very happy to have it. And now, when I do something stupid, it will be memorialized on video for you all to see. Have a good one, everybody. Stay motivated. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.